been a real estate agent, have my license for about 11 years. I would say the last 7-8 years I've been working with Manny.
I've known Manny Gomes approximately about, I think, 5.5, 6 years.
I've been working with Manny for several years. I want to say at least 3 at this point.
I remember specifically when I met Manny. It was in, I believe it was in 2011. It was toward the end of the summer.
He is very focused on the customer. The customer always comes first, no matter what. When the customer calls, everything stops. And the client's interest will always be, ahead of our own all the time. So having said that, I mean, it works out really well because that kind of support that I give to my clients is the same kind of support that he's given to his clients. So even though we work for different companies, different areas, the level of support is as if the person is dealing with the same team. Whenever I call him, he picks up the phone. If he can't pick up the phone, he gets back to me almost immediately. If I get a text from him, I text him right back. We're a team, but I think that the key component of that teamwork is the high level of communications. Because we're only as good as our team members, and if the communication isn't there, clients tend to hang and wonder what the heck is going on. And when you've got really good communications, like I have with Manny, the client is always well aware of what's going on a daily basis. So the communication with Manny is really, really key.
First client I provided, I sent over to him. He was great. I mean, he took great care of my client, and been using him ever since.
He would go over and above. He would dig into a little bit more. He would do some research. He would find out, and pleasantly surprised. He brings an enthusiasm and an interest and a focus to what he does in the relationship. I mean, it's not just that I'm doing business with him because he gets the job done. I like the way he is. I like the person that he is. He's like a friend who will do you a favor, and it's not just business. And I think when you add that component, you get like a higher level of service.
In my business, the bread and butter of what I do is I'm the person that other people come to because I'm the guy who knows somebody. We are like the center spot of a lot of people's finances. So when they come to buy a home or when they come to do any large transaction, they usually come to me first, and I obviously have to have people to send them to. Being the generalist, so I do finances for people and their taxes, I'm usually the first person they come to, and then I have to send them out to people who can do the right thing for them and help them out and get to the next level. Not only is Manny more than equipped to do that, and not only is he one of the kind of people I know, but he's also very, very knowledgeable about the industry itself, and usually get the best type of mortgage for the client is looking for. And sometimes that's not even what the client expects. My business is based on me being the guy who knows somebody. So for my business, my clients, we have over 2,300 tax clients in this office. So my clients come to me for not only financial information and help them with their finances, but we have a group of people, everything from bankers to mortgage lenders to real estate people to contractors, and again, Manny is my go-to guy as far as mortgages.
The big difference between him and the other lenders is that he's never missed a loan, and all my customers like him. And technically, he's very knowledgeable, he's very credible, and he's very trustworthy. And in this business, there's plenty of real estate is like the wild, wild west. You have to be very careful with who you partner with. And Manny's level of support and the relationship that he has with his clients really sets him apart.
I know right away once the client speaks with him that they're not going to go anywhere else. I mean, he provides great service to the client. Once I receive that pre-approval letter from Manny, once he meets with the client, determines that they're qualified for a loan, I know it's going to close. So as an agent, I know that's reassures what I'm doing, that I can take a client out and I know that it definitely will close.
I think he does go above and beyond maybe what a normal mortgage broker would do. But I think he brings a passion to what he does. I think some people, like in any walk of life, they'll go to work, they'll do what they have to, they're done at the end of the day, they're done on the weekends. He makes it personal, and he does, I think he gives that extra way over and above.
We have, different lenders we use besides Manny actually, but he's my go-to guy, mainly because, again, his personality and how he treats clients like really clients rather than just customers or tickets. You know what I mean? He really spends the time to work with the client, whether it's, in a situation where I find other mortgage brokers walk away. Let's say if somebody wants to get a mortgage, but their credit really isn't there yet. So he'll tell them actually what to do and help them out so their credit will improve, so that when they actually come back to him maybe 3 or 6 months later, they can actually get them the mortgage at the rate what they're really looking for, where they can't get it now. With many other mortgage brokers, if you just don't qualify, it's like, have a nice day, can't talk to you, don't have the time.
Communication, response time, competitive, obviously. Everybody needs to be in this industry, but overall, communication is key for me.
Committed, professional, motivated.
Well, it's very easy with Manny. He does the right thing. He always puts the customer and the customer's needs first. I guess if I had to sum up anything about him, is he does the right thing.
Young, aggressive, and personable is what I like, because again, I like working with people very like-minded, entrepreneurial, and aggressive. And aggressive in a good way, not in a bad way, as far as getting back to your clients, wanting to do the best for the client and within the industry.
Working with Manny has been an absolute delight. They've told me that, everything that he said he was going to do, he did. When he says that certain things are going to be done by a certain date, they are. When somebody is going to call the client, they do. Every client that I've ever had working with Manny has always come back to me and thanked me for referring him to them, because he was just that good. So I've been very, very pleased working with him.
Very calm. I mean, it's an emotional process, the whole, buying a property and getting a mortgage. It's a stressful situation for buyers, but he's very reassuring, and, clients, they'll call me and they'll have a mortgage question, refer them back to Manny, and within 5 minutes they'll call me back and they're in a totally different mood. I mean, they're totally, more calm at that point, because Manny clearly is able to answer their question and reassure them that things are proceeding in the right direction. He's great to work with, and clients love using him. I mean, he's great at what he does.
My feedback from clients has always been very, very positive. They're extremely pleased with what Manny does. He works very, very hard for them. He's always available. He's easy to contact. He never is not there when they reach out to go through probably the largest transaction they actually do in their entire life. And he has that ability to make it easy, make it less painful, a little less frustrating, as much as that can possibly be done given the nature of the beast.
Attentiveness, the mentoring aspect of it as well, is setting expectation. So those are all positive feedback that I've received.
Business has grown. My business has grown well over 50% of where the market is today. So I'm way ahead of the market, and I attribute a lot of that growth to my relationship with Manny.
And he's constantly keeping me up to date with all the new legislation and everything else that comes in play with mortgages. So yeah, I mean, he's constantly helping me grow my business.
He would give me a CD about how to improve your business, how to plan better, how to prioritize better. I would listen to the CDs. The important thing for me was that it wasn't just a transaction. He was looking to give me something of value, something I could use to improve not only my work, my business, but personally. And yeah, he's given me a couple things, a couple ideas. Actually, this past fishing trip, we were talking about communicating with clients and communicating not just by emails but by videos, and that really got me thinking. So yeah, he just kind of like off the cuff remarks. You know what? I'm doing this. I'm thinking about this, and
in my business, it's very difficult, especially in also in Manny's business. But when I refer out to people, I have to be confident because it's my reputation that they will do the right thing. And the other problem with Manny's business is honestly, it's kind of like being a housewife. Okay, if everything goes perfectly, nobody notices, right? The house is clean, the dinner is cooked, and all the traditional heteronormative status that we put on that. But with Manny's business also, if everything goes well, the client doesn't even notice that much because it just went well, and it does so often. But to make that actually happen, I've seen the nightmares before of when mortgage brokers don't make everything go well, and things get rejected, and there's a problem at closing, and they have to go back and forth 13 times. It really becomes, and that's when you know that it was done well, because it is that smooth. So to a certain extent in Manny's business, if everything goes well, the client just says, well, yeah, I got the mortgage, it's very easy. Being a professional and knowing what that takes and what that really means, I know the work that has to be done behind the scenes, and the knowledge has to come to bear that it does go that smoothly, and that's why I will continue to do business with him and I'm confident that he'll do it in the future.